Hello and welcome to the 13th FORTS Tournament. I am Nozehed, and I am one of the devs from Earthwork Games, one of the devs of FORTS, and really excited about this 1v1 ranked tournament. And do I have Incursus here?
Hello there.
Hey Incursus, how you doing, man?
I'm doing quite alright, just loading up my stream now.
Excellent, excellent. I think we're gonna have Frazzz join us at some point as well. Let's have a look at where we're at in the bracket. This is what the bracket is looking like at the moment. Yeah, so our first match is going to be between Boner Master and Bubba Reto.
Oh my.
Hello.
Oh, it's Frazzz. Look out.
Hello there.
My apologies, the pizza ran over.
You ran over the pizza.
ran over.
No, I didn't run over the pizza. Don't worry, I didn't run over the pizza.
And we're going to go here, and we're going to go to the actual game. Let the battle begin, assuming everybody's ready. Just me? Okay.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
So this one there was like the top sort of 200 players were allowed in, wasn't it?
Top 100 in the end. Initially, it was top 50. Initially, it was top 50, but just didn't get enough numbers, so I just opened it up.
And hello all the chat, and hello everybody. Saying hello to Nozehed. We're joined by Nozehed and Incursus in this lovely 1v1. One of them must have not preloaded.
Yeah.
Probably me.
Well, there it is. Alright, so we have Boberto versus Boner Master on Team 1. Let's hear it for Boberto. Left side here.
Oh, you said that with quite the accent.
Versus Boner Master. Well, I do have some Hispanic in my blood, probably.
I kind of wondered there because you said that so fluently. I was like, whoa.
Funny story. I was born, raised Spanish. Can't speak a word of it, but I can do the accent fairly well.
Ah, interesting.
Here's a fun story. If you've not seen the latest Forts video, you should go watch it because Incursus makes his core blow up by slamming it into a wall.
Hey, that was King's fault.
It's because it caught you off by so much like on guard. You were like, what?
I was so confused as to why the core suddenly exploded. But alas, it looks like we have. This is a very unusual map in that the map is very with this tiny needle type fort. You can't really avoid that for the entire duration of the map. And you start off with this small starter platform where you can't build a whole lot of anything. Swarm missiles don't work, and you can only build up to 4 mines. But you have to expand even higher from your initial needle-style forts to get access to more platform where you can build the additional mines or swarm missiles. Which makes it rather intriguing. So pretty much every fort you build, regardless of what you're going to do, is very, very, very prone to collapsing. Which ends up making them very...
I'm just going to say a rather massive apology to anybody watching my stream, as apparently my mic didn't unmute.
Rip.
Actually, I should probably double check that.
You can now hear me now.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
when someone mentioned it and I looked over and I was like, I pressed the button and it didn't do anything. How dare you, microphone?
Every time someone mentions that about mic not working, I double check my own because that's happened way too many times.
Yeah, same here.
But as it looks like, we have 2 very different strategies going here.
We do.
With Roberto going with the more traditional tactic on this map, just going straight for lasers.
Yep.
Because lasers are very good at slicing opponents off.
Yep.
Whereas Bone Master here on the right side is... I'm not sure what he's going for. He hasn't placed any tech yet, but he has placed some mines. He's getting a very solid economy.
Very probably clearly watching my videos. It's like builds no technology and just builds a rather Picasso-looking fort. But yeah, guys, sorry about the muted bit there. And Tariq, you're telling me to play more airships. This is for the FORTS Tournament. Because FORTS is awesome. And we're on number... It's 13, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, well,
yes, it is.
That is correct.
The 13th
we
tournament.
finally have some technology out of Team 2 here.
Yeah.
Team 1 has got quite a bit going on now, though.
Yeah.
Can you one-shot with a laser on one of these forts?
Yes, easy.
Oh, absolutely.
I've done it. And so the...
difficult to not one-shot these.
Yep. Bob Reto's on the right track here. If he just goes to the laser.
Oh, some additional sort of crisscrossing going on there, and wait, has he been watching my video? She's like copying. I'm like, huh?
Okay, yeah, he's got a
Oh,
lot.
Frazzz. Someone in my chat named Jacob Mitchell wishes me to tell you that he is Blue Knight 434 in your chat.
Oh, hello, Blue Knight. Then, hello there, buddy. People with different names. Whatever will we do? Reto is that is a laser. What happens when we finish the 15th tournament? Is that the last one?
No,
New graphics.
no, no. It just means we need new graphics.
No, guys, it's actually the end of Forts itself. Like, Forts itself just ceases to exist. Gone. Whatever.
That would be sad.
That would be very sad.
I mean, what else would someone be better than me in?
It's like builds
no technology.
Incursus
makes me look like a builds a rather
Lego
castle
block.
looks or something.
Well, Forts is a lot like playing Legos. Actually, speaking of Legos, I have a whole box of Legos that I don't know what to do with because I have so many of them. They take up.
Do a giveaway.
I'm real tempted because people are not interested in buying them anymore.
Satan knows that Roman 14 in the plaque for the tournament winners is written wrong, and it's written as IXV, but it should be XIV. Oh.
Yes, yeah, I've been told that already. Oops.
And thank you, noble creature, for the lovely little bits. And welcome to this lovely thing. Not really got any action going on yet, unfortunately.
Well, it's about to kick off. We've got another.
Yeah.
What is that? 20
That is a
seconds. with
very
lasers
heavy
ready?
defense, though.
Yes
Go to-
and no. The defense will prevent the core from being directly hit. However, it only makes collapse much more likely.
It looks
And
top
collapse
heavy.
is the primary
Yeah.
vulnerability.
A laser shot down low, I think will finish it.
I'd be
Oh.
surprised if this doesn't go down in one hit.
Incursus lively saying here he would buy them.
Well,
He would buy your Lego from you.
that sounds like a good idea to me. 'Cause I'm running out of space in my apartment.
Ooh, finally,
Kinda
shots
curious
fired.
how much it-
All right, here it comes. Here's the shot. Can he make
Oh
it?
god.
Oh, he goes straight for the center. He doesn't go for
Oh,
the collapse
dear.
play.
No.
No significant damage dealt.
That did.
I think that was a
He's shown
mistake.
his hand. He's shown his hand now, so he knows his lasers, but it didn't
Yeah.
get through. Oh. Well, it seems to be easier to
Roberto there
retaliate
typing in
laser
chat.
for laser, but
Yeah.
will he get there enough?
That's another 4 minutes away before that laser can fire. That's just how long it takes on the construction time. The bear's just gonna. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there
Yep.
you go.
And there you
Well, that's it.
GG.
go. That's the end.
Romero taking the first round of the tournament.
The bracket is updated because Captain Commando left. So it's Sam versus Toolk.
Looks like we've got all the players in.
Okay, so now to switch the map. The map is boxed in.
Oh my.
And yes, we're ready to go.
Yep, good. Everything's set up. Everybody, the right people are in. Okay, let's do it.
I'm real tempted to get one of those stream decks.
They do a mini one now. I can't recommend them enough.
Is that like a dedicated streamer keyboard thing?
You can
Pretty much.
basically hotkey it. You can add things to it. So it just like you can set it to when you go live. You can also make it work for you when you're editing videos and have it do shortcut keys.
Cool.
It's basically like a tiny keyboard designed for more hotkeys that aren't pre-bound with some other function on the computer. All right, we are in Boxed In. Boxed In, a very intriguing map. You start with this giant pre-made fort around you. It looks like a box that you have to connect to, with a standard vanilla fort within it.
Oh
Looks
wait,
like
I
the teams are already
remember this
diversifying.
match from the. I remember a match from the last tournament in this level. It
Yep.
got
Oh, yeah.
fairly insane.
It did.
It tends to. Just the amount of wood you can start with it allows for a lot of play. But we have two very different strategies starting off, or at least priorities starting off, where right side immediately plays down the technology, so they'll be able to field weapons or newer or later technology much quicker. And now they're starting to add on their additional mines, whereas the left side added the mines first.
I noticed that left side actually went and attached to the back, whereas the right side is attached to the front. Not really going to be any difference, but I can see the right side is taking advantage of the extra resources. You can just scamper up.
Indeed. One key benefit of these kind of forts with any kind of pre-made structure is you can sell off the structure to gain resources.
That's a good trick. And we have Sam on the left and Tulk on the right.
Indeed. It looks like Tulk has already placed down some swarm missiles, so this is going to be a really quick rush.
Seems to be that Tulk is like
15 seconds faster than Sam on the left.
Beat me to that one.
With forts pre-made like this, it's unlikely that those few seconds are going to make that much of a difference. However, we'll see how that turns out.
Seems to be left side is actually starting to prepare in some form. Oh,
bit of wood spam.
Sniper. Well, someone likes their snipers. 4. We're gonna have a 5th. We're going 5. Going 5. Going once. Going twice. It's gonna be 5. No.
That last tournament where I think it was it Romero who accidentally targeted his own fort and blew up. That was awesome.
Yes. Well, the benefit here of having so many snipers is that when one goes down, you have more. You don't have to wait to start firing again.
The left side's going to get a fire first, though, because right side was actually ready, but... Here they come. Neither of them having any sort of defense for it, though, so... Oh.
Well, one sniper went down. Good thing he's got more. Looks like Tulk has already prepared some additional wood for more defenses.
Got some gunners down the right-hand side, though. So that might shut down the gunners, or the missiles. Although you could just use a sniper. Never mind, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
To the words, or the action to my mouth.
Yep, that was a good trade-off.
Alright,
Comes
so
another salvo.
Tulk is not staying just on these missiles. It looks like Sam is going to do damage with the current loadout, whereas Tulk is already moving on. He's already got his upgrade center placed.
Possibly going for nukes.
Indeed. Nukes are much, much more effective on this map, just because of the amount of wood in distance.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay,
well,
so no more AA.
There goes all those gunners. They leave the facilities. Now, does he have enough energy to keep this going? No, he's got the one windmill. Plus his core. Does he notice he's on fire? That fire spread.
Now he does.
Now.
Oh, that's going to be some wasted resources right there.
Indeed. Tulk knows that he's not going to finish this off with swarm missiles. He's just trying to apply some pressure. He's going to be upgrading these as soon as he can.
Yep.
He's just trying to stay alive and be cost efficient.
He's put some more turbines out as well.
Probably going to have to if the fact he's going to have to try and fire a nuke.
Sam only adding a turbine now.
He's had one on the inside for a bit longer though, so...
On the inside, yeah, right.
Yeah, he has 2 to the 3, but he's also got an upgrade center up and running as well.
Let's see how this works out. Another player has invested in, actually Sam has invested in batteries and is now investing in more energy wind turbines as well. Tulk may want to
ready to
invest in
go.
battery, otherwise he won't be able to fire both of these at the same time, which I think he's just now discovering. Or, nope, he's just going to let it happen.
There it
Fire both
goes.
at the same time. There's
Oh,
the
God.
first nuke of the game. Ooh. Wiping out one of the snipers, doing a lot of splash
How did that
damage.
top pick get on fire?
Swarm missile decided to veer off course.
Drunk missile.
Swarm missiles are boring though. shouldn't be legal.
That'd be thanks to YouTubers. Like me and you, we made them drunk.
Looks like Zook is investing in more batteries. That we could fire both the swarm and the nuke at the same time. But on the left side, Sam's getting his first nuke. Luckily, Zook already has anti-air defenses. Right, where is that?
Makes it through.
Right through the fire.
I thought the missiles were going to actually take that out there. It was a very sort of threat and needle moment there. Feel like it's a bit like sniper warfare going on here, though. I can see the comment now. Why is he not building doors?
Interesting
Doors.
choice.
Unless they're in front of machine gunners.
Sam's gone for the factory.
Curious to see how that works out. That's going to be very expensive and not nearly as cost efficient as using the swarm missiles and nukes.
I find
that
mortars.
swarm get completely shut down.
Mortars are a good harassment weapon on this one too.
Mortar is my personal favorite on this. Just line the entire top of them and just tabby all the way across the field.
Yep.
I haven't seen anybody do that on this one yet. And seeing that it'd be completely effective as well.
It is because it occupies your enemy.
Alright, so... yeah, Tuka's increasing his firepower with more and more swarms, but he's holding off on the nukes for now. Looks like he's just investing in more potential firepower output rather than constant damage output.
There we go. Polek's asking, why is he not building doors? There's a whole
box. There's nothing to capitalize on now.
Nope.
That'll change shortly. So Tuka's gonna move up to a third nuke here shortly.
He's got the power. Might not have the storage for it though. Does he have enough to
Does
fire
not
three
have the
nukes?
storage to fire 3 nukes at once. But with the power output, it can store for almost 3. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what those gunners are gonna do to that.
With the doors on them, they're way too slow to fire. They won't be able to shoot down the nukes without being incredibly lucky.
It's another sizable hole there. There goes the third nuke upgrade, and those other ones are ready to fire again if he has enough. Oh. Will these gunners be enough to take these nukes down? Or this one down? Ooh.
Almost
through.
Didn't seem to do too much in the way of damage though.
Asking whether or not using swarm missiles from both top and bottom. Mostly because the prime swarm missile position on top is also the prime swarm missile position for wind turbines, making it not ideal.
That's another giant hole.
The other reason is just economy.
He's also got the third nuke ready to go. Again, yes, definitely didn't have enough batteries.
Yep, so he's just spammed 3 more.
Alright, we're gonna have 3 nukes going out this time.
Oh.
Those doored machine guns, not enough.
Oh god. Comes the third one.
Yep.
And that MG wall completely clears the sky. Samsand misses.
Oh, almost made it through.
Just that little piece of
The
wood.
piece
to
of
stop that. little tiny piece of wood. Now if that had been not there, I think it would have been game.
Yep.
Hey, Berto coming in with the voice chat, saying he didn't create his name with accent in mind, but he likes it.
Ah.
Alright, we got a triple nuke launch going out. This should penetrate.
Yes.
And, not quite penetrate, but completely leaves it wide open. And a lot of damage to repair. Those nukes will be coming off cooldown real quick.
Shame he doesn't have an upgraded sniper. Wait a minute, never mind, he does.
Alright, and there's no effective AA left on Samsam's side. Those nukes are coming out again.
Is he using his own missiles? No, they're too slow.
That should go through. Oh, hits the wall anyways.
A noble creature saying here he's hoping they build flak. Paul likes to say build miniguns.
Alright, what else have we got going on here? It's just a lot of Tulk pounding into Simza, and Simza just not having the economy to deal with it. Look, Simza's only on 3 standard mines.
Oh.
It's just not enough to keep rebuilding this wall. You can see by the smaller and smaller amount of wall being rebuilt here. We're down to a single layer of wood. We're not seeing rebuilt snipers. We're not seeing rebuilt MGs. Tulk is just pounding away. And he's free to expand more and more. And he's adding on a 4th swarm missile launcher here. And I think Simza is calling it quits right here. That missile just barely not penetrating.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's this AP sniper tickling the reactor.
There goes the gunner.
Got
For a little
the
soul.
there.
He's not rebuilding the wall.
Oh, okay. He's just giving up, eh? Oh no, here
Oh
we
no,
go.
he might
He's
not.
rebuilding it now.
Okay.
He's just running out of resources. Instead of rebuilding the wall, he built machine gunners, and
Oh.
it paid off.
Oh,
Almost. All those machine gunners are gone. But at least he survived another wave of the nukes.
Now the only thing is we get 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. That begs to me though that Tulk has probably done a severe amount of damage.
yeah. He's gonna win on
most
damage.
definitely.
Yep.
For the refresh, for those who need a refresher and who are unfamiliar with the rules, there is a time limit at the end of the time. Whichever team has dealt the most damage will be the victor.
Oh! Well, that's a big doorway now to get through.
It's a bit drafty in that fort.
Oh, yeah, and he definitely doesn't have the resources to rebuild.
get
Look how
some
slow
tools.
that wall's going up.
Those missiles have reloaded, but does he have enough to fire them? Yes, he does. Never mind.
You see that giant battery of wind turbines? He's got plenty.
Yeah.
Just delaying them to make sure that they can get through.
Oh, is this gonna get
nice
through?
and straight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's a hit.
it's a-
And it
oh,
barely survives.
bit
He
It's
doesn't
gonna
even
go-
have enough economy to repair. Look at that. He actually cannot repair the damage built.
I think Tulk has completely shut down any missiles coming from him on this side, but quite a lot of damage going on here. And increasingly keeping this down, so he's having to constantly repair. So his economy will eventually just give out if it hasn't already.
As you
Here
can see,
comes
the
more
repair
nukes.
icons failing to complete. Those
Oof.
nukes not making it. This next swarm missile batch is going to penetrate and do some more damage, and they ignite everything. And he's going to take out the singular wind turbine left on Simza.
Oh,
Oh,
too much stress there.
he's not going to be able to rebuild that. Those need to
there's a
come
minute
through and
left.
clean that out. There's a minute left, but I'd be surprised if he survives that long.
He's
Well, everything's burning. Everything's on fire!
And those are targeted directly on the core.
There we go.
That's it.
GG.
And that is Tulk taking match 2.
Yeah, I think maybe JC Callis has not shown up. Is that?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Alright, let's go
our
ahead and
first
check
forfeit.
Alright, so then
Alright.
we'll move on to the next one. Skipner versus Romero.
Okay, so Simza wins his match.
Oh, hey, we're on Catacomb.
Catacomb. Now this is an
Yes.
interesting one.
It is.
Catacomb allows for no swarm missiles and is characterized, or at least traditionally played, with just lots and lots of just forward aggression. The amount of stable and wide landscape that you can use for weapon placements and really anything else is just notoriously used for machine guns and just complete suppression of your opponent.
Okay, so I think we're ready to go.
Yep. Romero
Alright,
against...
everyone is here. Let's do this.
What's this squeaking?
Sounds like a bird. Alright, so we have Team 1 on the left here, Romero, playing versus Skipner On Team 2.
How did you manage to say that?
You added in the net at the end. I don't remember
I
that.
noticed it both went very different technologies right now. One is going for
Yep.
potentially rockets slash... Actually, that could be fairly painful if there's no gunners. If there was like EMP or upgraded rockets.
We have in chat saying, I'm finally a map where people don't spam missiles.
Yeah, I get told off for using missiles.
Oh, boy.
And then I stopped using missiles and people are like, why are you not using missiles? I was like...
One of the more powerful strategies in this map is simply the rockets. Just using the EMP missiles and rockets.
Hmm.
You've got a lot of landscape you can use. A lot of face.
Got a couple of snipers in here from right-hand side here. Wondering if he's going to use them for anything?
Likely just to suppress the enemy once Team 1 decides to start exposing weapons.
I have a mod idea for anybody who mods are watching for both me and Incursus. Make a mod that makes the... I don't know if it's even possible for the engine, but attaches the swarm missile silo to the side, but instead of firing swarm missile, it fires either mine or Incursus locals. I know there's a cannon that but I think it'd be better that.
What's
It's
Rome
Marats.
doing?
What about Marats?
What's Rome doing? Okay, he's waiting for mines.
Testing the water.
Yeah, he's just teching up, getting a more solid foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
It's
a
gonna
missile.
be very
Missile?
likely a missile launcher here.
Hmm.
Come on, give us another piece of the puddle. Oh, just one. Oh,
That's a
no.
flat.
Flak.
He
Interesting.
wants to remove those machine guns.
Yep.
Well, they like they can do quite a lot of AOE, so I can see why you would probably go for that.
One interesting note here is that Team 2 has sold off all of the armor protecting their core.
Why would you?
Well,
Well,
the benefit of doing that is you get a lot of resources which you can use for additional anything.
But someone can then almost like one-shot your core if they know about it.
If they know about it. And Romero can actually know about it because he sold off the exposed armor. Though I'm not sure Romero has noticed. We'll see if he capitalizes on that at any point in time.
Mm.
Definitely looks like Romero's kind of going very heavily on his economy right now, which could benefit him in the longer game. Nothing really coming out of... I keep saying right side because I can't pronounce his name ever.
Skitkin.
Skitkin.
Yeah. Yep. Skitkin.
Skitkin. Sounds like a weird cat breed.
Yeah. Do you like my new Skitkin?
This is a breed of animal we call Skitkin.
Yeah.
What does it do? I don't know. It just skitkins around. Maybe it fires bullets.
Maybe it's good at cat herding, because we definitely need something good at cat herding. Alright, so, quick updates. We do have lasers going down we have the factory going down.
Factory
I mean,
going
lasers
down, yeah.
very soon.
Yep.
for
Very
people to
interesting wood placement going on in the front there, actually. Very nice
He's
design.
really
there.
going hard in the dense wood, just to make sure that its core is all protected.
But hasn't built any. Rome hasn't built anything that's overly offensive at this point.
Indeed, he's going up to 6 mines, which is quite a lot of mines for those keeping track. But he has no heavy weapons technology.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now,
Skitkin went with 3 mines at the moment.
Yep. And has his factory, and he's just placed possibly
Fire laser. Fire beam.
Yep.
Nozehed, I have a question for you while we're watching this, because people have been fighting it in my comments. I don't know if they've been doing it with you in your streams, Incursus. I haven't noticed or not. Is it fire beam, fire laser? What does it fire? Some people are saying it fires plasma. Some people are saying it fires fire. What actually does it fire?
What does the fire beam actually shoot? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I tend to think of it as a infrared beam that can penetrate through various surfaces. So, take that for what you will.
Well, there you go, guys. You've heard it here first.
Mm.
You can.
I don't think there was enough thought into the lore behind what exactly the fire beam is. It's just.
I just get so many people asking about it. So why? It's just annoy you so much. I always feel like sometimes when you shoot a sniper, it's like, hello, tickle tickle, hello, tickle tickle, I'm here. Oh, whoa,
Ooh.
nice. Never mind, I take that back. That wasn't a tickle. That was more like a punch to the face.
Interesting. So what happened there is Romero replaced the wood with a energy shield. Which any energy shields, metal, anything that you replace is not solid until halfway through its construction. Meaning there was a brief moment there where it's vulnerable, and we have some reflections going on. Rome investing.
I noticed he did actually he's added on. He's up to 5 windmills now to be able to support the shield, so he can actually.
Yep.
Did he detect the fire beams, or did he see the factory going down or something?
More likely, he knew that there was just going to be heavy weapons coming out. As clearly, the opponent hasn't done anything except sell off his base and rush what can only be imagined heavy weapons. His opponent clearly was not going for any kind of early game weapons or tier 1 weapons.
Welcome, to the new FORTS Tournament. Hope you're well.
This is an interesting one, isn't it? Okay, so Skitkin has gone for some mortars, which are probably actually going to be more effective.
Do we have a...
This is much more effective.
I feel like that's what it's turned into. It's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and that.
Well, Rome is going for the factory himself, so he's not going to be applying much pressure using non-factory weapons. He could have also gone for an upgrade center and used rockets, which would have been horrendously effective.
That gunner down the bottom doesn't seem to be doing anything. Got here, what the heck is Romeo doing? Well, he does have a much stronger economy. Right now just taking some hits, kind of reflecting where it's actually hitting. We've got Romero versus
Skitkin.
So we're sort of reaching the halfway mark. I think we're just past the halfway mark, actually.
Yep.
Does he notice there's a hole next to his core? Oh.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if he's got the gunner go down now, but that not really doing as well.
Oh, that was interesting. You see what happened there? Those bullets went through the fire beam and then lit Skitkin's fort on fire.
It's just like sitting here. It's like, what's burning? Oh, hello.
It's my feet.
Okay, so Rome has finished his factory. If he's got enough resources, he should probably place something spicy down.
That is 3 fire beams.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Interesting.
I mean, if he had even one EMP rocket.
Yeah, because clearly Rome has got the counter for that.
It's not working at all for us.
No, it's good to see, actually. It's good to see somebody show how you counter the fire beam. Because people say it's unbeatable, but, well, here's a good example of keeping it at bay.
Got here the laser going down, I believe, for Romero, so...
Yeah.
And... Shakin doesn't have any...
Yeah, he's...
shields.
Yeah, so basically he's really
Not only does he not
prone.
have shields, but he doesn't have the economy to support them either.
Also, don't fire beams eat through your... energy quite fast?
Yes, they do.
So he's got 2 windmills powering, well, was 3, but now 2 of them. He's got a very interesting fort design going on, though.
Oops. What do you lose there? Sniper?
Yes. His sniper got sniped.
5 minutes left.
That laser is about 3/4 of the way done, nearly, as approaching that mark, and then, well, we'll see. I mean, there is a point where, see this bottom sniper, he could slice right through that, and potentially the weight of the fort could pull it down.
Well, fortunately on this map, the fort comes default capable of sustaining itself, or suspending itself from the top. I don't think he's added enough weight to change that around.
Okay, so this laser's about to come on, man.
See how much damage it does. Romero definitely needs to keep
Got
up
this
the
here.
damage to stay in the lead here.
Why, hello there, Quinny. Waving at us all, and thank you for the bits, buddy. Welcome.
Oh!
Well, there that goes.
Oh, nice.
Double
Oh,
snipe
will that take the
right
mortars?
fire,
Will
dude.
it take the mortars? Ooh.
Almost.
He's choosing not to use the laser yet.
Here we
Oh,
oh,
it looks like
Yes,
skipner is upgrading to a plasma laser, which is not likely to have much more of an effect than the fire beam so far.
It could have more of an effect on himself. I mean, he's not exactly got rid of the shield, so if he shoots where those shields are, it's gonna hurt.
yeah.
Alright, let's see if Romero can do some more damage here with his own weaponry.
Hey, Cuban Worm, how he's doing? Oh, there seems to be a minor weakness there, actually.
Yeah.
Where's it? Oh.
If that takes the battery back there, he could have some serious
Oh.
problems.
That could be a bad chain reaction.
Let's see if Romero can...
He needs
Repair
to
his
fire
laser
that
and use it.
laser. He needs to issue some damage.
He might just lose out here on damage dealt if he doesn't.
Yep. 3 minutes left.
What is Romero working on? He's adding in some more flak, defenses, and sniping off the opponent, but he's not really applying pressure of his own kind.
Oh, so he's upgraded to... Oh, no, he's added just
Oh, there's
another
an EMP
flak.
missile going down.
I don't think Romero knows about it. Could be problematic.
Oh.
Romero
A few
needs to
twin
fire
shots.
his weapons. He has them. He just needs to use
Why
them.
is he not using...
He's just removing more things off of the skipner here.
Here it comes. And it's not going to get through.
No. The question is, Romero going to fire, or is he going to focus entirely
'cause
on
he-
trying to remove the EMP? Oh, he
Oh,
retaliates.
good counter.
Oh, massive damage dealt.
Yeah.
Does that
Tickled
take
the-
down
That's
both the
removing-
laser?
That's
Tickled
both
the,
the constructed
reactor.
plasma laser and the fire laser.
Jeez Louise. I'm not entirely sure. People keep asking why Romero is holding off on actually firing his laser so much.
I don't know,
Oh,
but
here
he's
it
firing it now. Same position. Cutting off the top, but there's nothing there of significance.
Someone's saying, Romero, if you lose this match, in big capital letters, he's not happy. They're not happy.
Now it looks like Romero's looking to get aggressive.
Yep, 1 minute
Well,
left.
about a
left.
minute left.
Well, that rock is not going to make it through.
Nope.
I noticed instead of him actually putting doors, he's like putting the wood up, putting the wood away, putting the wood up. Oh,
Takes out a mine.
Interesting choice.
Skipner down to 3 mines.
30 seconds.
what I'll do, Cuban, is I'll wait till this match is actually over and I'll ask Nozehed. Or you. Now, we're actually saying here he's actually friends with Romero, so he's like, if he loses, I don't
Romero
think he's
running
gonna
out of
lose.
energy.
A bit more damage though.
We'll find out right now.
It's gonna be close, I think.
Ooh, team one.
Yeah.
About
Oh, on reactor health. Not damage.
Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it?
That was close. Team 1 not
There we
dealing
go,
as
Romero
much damage.
taking that.
But
15 minutes.
Romero wins for having dealt 9% reactor damage to Team 2.
That's really interesting.
It was that fire beam explosion that did it.
Okay, so we need, was it Joe and Bubba? There we go.
It seems the guys are actually really quickly coming and going though for this one.
Yes,
which is really nice.
Yeah, it's a bit easier. Everybody's ready? Rules are good.
Bubba against Joe Apocalypse.
Okay, let's do it.
So this is Joe Apocalypse's first match, Bubba's second match. Thoughts?
It happens. We have 4 members here that are getting a first round bye. There's not a whole lot to it. Not a whole lot for it until we have more participation in the tournament. It's just the nature of these things. All right, so on Team 1 we have Roberto. I don't know why that's coming out every time I pronounce his name. I swear. And on Team 2 we have Joe Apocalypse. We have very similar strategies coming out of both sides so far. Both sides adding on their third mine, followed by the workshop.
Yeah, some tickling.
Looks like Team 2, right side, Joe Apocalypse is going for his 4th mine.
Oh, Quinny's saying here that he should join in the tournament sometime. More people, the better.
Yeah, I'll do that I do join every so often. Sometimes.
But don't tell me off, Pollux. It was Incursus talking with an accent. I'm getting told off for you.
I approve.
Okay.
Not really anything happening between either of them right now.
I think they're saving up
there we go.
straight to the factory.
Oh, they both have.
Interesting.
Now we got pretty much the same thing going for both sides here. Factories,
Just in different placements, really.
Yeah, minor differences in the shape of the base, locations of varying equipment and technology. One key difference is that Joe Apocalypse has 4 mines, whereas Roberto only has 1 or 3.
And Joe
may come into play later on.
Joe sold some armor behind his core, which is probably a good idea. Always find the bit that is holding up your core always feels so flimsy in this map.
Oh yeah. For this map, I've actually had a lot of success going mortars just because of the placement on these.
Yep.
I was literally just about to say that. The mortars would just go right through.
Shatter anything, the whole fort comes tumbling down.
Yeah.
Imagine that is the point with the lasers here. If they manage to pierce anything, the whole fort comes down.
Yep. So well, Joe's got his first.
Who's gonna fire first?
He's got a
and the laser time.
So Joe's first to the laser. And there's
that's a solid 15 seconds behind. That might come into play here.
Yep.
We'll find out. There's still not a whole lot of action going on. Joe's still only on 1 turbine. As I say it, he puts down a 2nd turbine.
I feel like they read our minds.
That, or usually by the time I say something is when it really, really needs to be done, and they're getting to that point where they know that as well. Apocalypse going for a trick here with the sandbags, using sandbags to defend the turbines.
He's been watching you too much.
Alright, I think Apocalypse has managed to build his laser without revealing exactly where it is. But that's a lot of wood spam over the core.
Yeah,
wood spam is heavy, which means if any of it is pierced, the whole thing's coming down. But with that much wood around it, it's gonna be real hard to pierce.
Yeah, that's some good quality stuff going there. Alright, we'll see you later, Quinny. Make sure you come back and see the end of it then. Should do it.
Alright, we've got another 10 seconds or so before this laser comes online.
And where is he going to shoot it?
Very
Be ready.
Operato's
Fire
gonna
beam goes down.
Fire beam, yep.
Oh,
Here you
here
go.
comes.
It is.
Right at the
Ooh.
bottom. Oh,
Right at the bottom, and it's just barely not enough for the collapse. You can see it blinking red there. It's very, very stressed. Another shot like that
Oh,
might
here we
just
go.
be too much
Counter.
to handle.
where is he going to
Counter
shoot?
Tam. He now knows where the laser is though. But
And
that really
right
wasn't
into
an
the wood
effective shot there.
spam, dealing no appreciable damage.
No. Whereas, what did Joe take out there? A mine?
Yes, he did. Oh no, there was nothing there. There was no
Oh.
mine.
There was nothing there. Okay.
Well, those doors are now down.
He doesn't have anything to capitalize on it. No snipers, no other guns.
Okay, so
Interesting
That is
sandbag
sad.
right in front.
yeah,
I assume that was a misclick though. Think he's going to do the 1-2 punch with the fire beam and the laser?
Probably.
oh, there it is.
That's it.
Nice.
There goes the core.
Wow.
All it takes is one penetration and it's gone.
GG.
Alright, Roberto has been defeated. Apocalypse with the win.
Joe goes through, and we have Aneks versus Took. Back to the game. There he is.
So we get Nix versus Tulk on hang time. Is that hang time? It is.
It is.
So, place
Alrighty,
your
let's go.
bets. Who do you think is going to win?
And we are off. We have on Team 1, Aneks, here on the left side. On Team 2, Tulk. We already have some little bit of discrepancy happening in the. Never mind, they equaled up real quickly. We have the 3 mines down for each team, as well as a workshop. Workshop, an interesting choice on this map, as we notice, workshop enables swarm missiles as well as mortars. Neither of which are terribly fast on this map. As you see how all of these bases are underneath the alcove, hanging down. They are mostly protected from mortars. You can get a little bit off the front, but you can't actually get to the core with them. Whereas swarm missiles, the only location to launch swarm missiles is from the island way down below, and that is known to be very easy to disconnect from,
Yep.
as well as difficult to
Drags your
defend.
fort down too.
That, and it takes a while to get to it.
Mm.
So we'll see about the choice of workshop on this map.
These two are very high-ranked players.
They are very high-ranked players indeed.
They are. I think they are what? I can't quite remember. 4th and 5th, I think.
But here we already see the additional storage is going down for both sides. So we're looking like they're just using workshop as a conveniently shaped tech choice as they move up to lasers.
It's just there. They bring him in for a little bit and then go, you know what? We're just going to fire you now. The poor little guy in there. Yep.
And
Yes,
They're
both players
literally
already have
doing
them down.
identical.
wow,
Identical builds.
Yep, that's interesting.
They've even both sold off the workshop.
Yep.
The only difference right now is left side's got 3 windmills, or about to be 3 windmills for Nix, and
Yep.
right side is doing some rope action.
Yep. Right side also. Tool sold his armor around his core. Whereas Aneks still has some of his.
So I'm curious about the position of the factory in front of the core. If that's going to come into play or not.
It can be used as a sort of like, well, it has like more health for things to go through.
It's also incredibly expensive to repair.
Yep.
If that gets damaged and you hit the repair key, you'll be out of resources for the next 30 seconds.
I now know that. I should just pick your brain more.
Well, we have wood spam coming out from both sides, additional turbines for both sides. However, Tulk has gone with the expansion onto the mineral deposits on the side.
So we got a fire beam coming in.
Here's the first difference.
Yep.
Tulk has placed a fire beam first, whereas Aneks has gone with the plasma. Laser.
Yep.
This is something that's been talked about before. The location of Aneks plasma laser here. It's very tempting to put it there. The plasma laser fits perfectly right there. But what a lot of players don't realize is that if that plasma laser touches the ceiling of the map there, then it will self-destruct. It will explode from crashing into the side of the wall.
Right.
So this is something that experienced players know and sometimes will still use anyways, like Tulk here. But if the fort gets hit by anything that rocks it, like say a cannon, that plasma laser is so close to the top that any shaking of the base will cause it to hit the top and explode. Which is extremely concerning.
Yep. Same thing can happen with that fire beam that he's put in that location right beside the mine there. I've had
close to the wall.
Yeah, if it gets pushed back by shaking, it can explode.
All right, so it looks like both players using sandbags as their defense, as the anti-laser, with some wood spam mixed in.
Someone's saying here, do we believe the triple cannons or just one cannon is a good idea for this kind of battle? I suppose it really depends. I mean, they've dedicated themselves right into this strategy, both of them being, so there's fire beams coming in from Tulk right away here. And,
just
hard one was ready.
Barely misses the plasma laser.
How much health has that got left? That's the thing.
Oh, it didn't hit the plasma laser.
Oh, did it not? Oh.
No.
Who was screaming then?
Barely.
Oh.
Look at that.
Some.
It's hitting the first wooden.
Oh, it did hit the laser a little bit. It took off the core's health though.
It did hit the yes.
And yeah, guys, that's a link you can follow for picking up Forts. Make sure you're doing it if you're new here.
That's it, the chain reaction. That's all he needed. The triple plasma beam, or the triple fire beam. Aneks falls.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
It's King Benji versus Simza. It's Simza, isn't it? That's right.
Yes.
Get him in there.
Here we go.
King Benji, if you fail me, I'll make it impossible for you to enjoy your spaghetti. It's like, you must win or you do not get any food. That's usually a reasonable reinforcement. So we've got here windmill right on the right hand side. We're going to go for a windmill on the left side as well.
I think more importantly, we should do our introductions. Frazzz, would you like to kick this one off?
I forgot who was on which side.
That's what F8's for.
Yeah, that one. So we have here, of course, me and Incursus and the lovely Nozehed. We've got Simza on Team 1 and King Benji on Team 2. And I know King Benji well, as Incursus. I don't know Simza too well, apart from the tournaments. Who do you think will win?
Well-known tournament winner, as well as community creator.
We got King Benji going for a very sort of blocky type thing. He's got 5 mines down, whereas Simza's got 4.
Simza significantly ahead on the first technology placement.
You beat me to that one.
We'll see if that turns out to be a significant advantage here.
Do you think we might see mortars, or do you think they're just going to go for high tech?
I haven't the foggiest idea. Mortars very powerful on this map, as well as swarm missiles not so powerful. However, they can work very well.
I wasn't expecting swarm missiles there.
Well, a lot of people don't, and there's good reason for that. As the floating islands here tend to get in the way. They work so long as you don't go expanding very much, which really limits your options. So they tend to not use very often. At least
Benji's put down an upgrade center.
Indeed, I'm curious as to what he's going to use for that, as he hasn't developed any initial weaponry that would take advantage of such thing.
It's almost like Simza here is he's placed down the swarm missiles and then prepared for swarm missiles.
Curious. Well, actually, I think he's building those machine gunners as an offensive platform. Yes, to prevent AA from being placed out of game. Makes it very difficult to defend against swarm missiles if your opponent has machine gunners already placed.
Here comes the first salvo.
I don't think it's going to work very well.
I think it's going to hit the ball, isn't it?
Which
some of it did.
See how the top one hit the ball a little bit. Nuke tends to be a bit more consistent in making it pass the ball, but swarm missiles tend to get partially disrupted by it.
One way you could do it is if you build up to that ball there, so that then it would force the missile to go up and around. Maybe?
You can do that up top. And then if you have them go too high, you have to worry about hitting the floating islands above.
That one just went up and round. What the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
that
wait.
could happen.
Oh.
That was clever. He placed some wood in front of those. Oh, it's not working though. But he changed some background bracing to wood there to protect them.
So close, so far away.
Upgrade center going down for Simza on the left-hand side there with additional more gunners. I guess he's probably going to go straight for the nukes. Oh, there goes the sniper.
You got the shot off.
I haven't really seen this tactic.
Developed a offensive platform. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're gonna have mortars out of King.
I've never seen this tactic until this tournament, where instead of using doors, people are placing the wood, then taking away the wood, firing, then placing the wood again.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It's something I've seen quite a lot on my streams, but not usually unless we're trying to go into some very try-hard style gameplay.
So it's your fault.
Now, let's see what happens with this bottom swarm here. Same issue.
It's almost entirely shut down by the will geometry. And this is why swarms are not very common here.
King Benji's going for... In saying that, if all of these hit, if there wasn't those gunners, if they all hit, they could potentially go right through the core, because they're all upgraded.
Yep.
They shouldn't go straight into the core in the first volley. It should take about 2 volleys, but the game could end very, very quickly here. The bottom swarm missile launcher is doing a little bit better, but still has to contend with machine gunners.
Simza actually placing down a mortar right there at the bottom, which is a little bit of a dicey thing if he puts up a sniper and shoots at it. Oh!
There it comes.
There's the first mortar.
Nice shot.
Ooh.
That's 1 volley away from dealing critical damage.
Here they come.
Here it comes.
Oh.
Somewhat shut down. There goes one of the snipers.
More missiles. Okay, so
many missiles.
all those missiles made it around that bottom ball there, so that's the kind of structure you need to build on the left there to get around it. And so he's upgraded it to a nuke now, so that's gonna see if he can
Potentially do a lot more damage.
yeah.
All those machine guns, there's a lot of damage done, but he's still got Simza still has plenty of AA. Getting a bit more firepower output.
He's taken down a lot of the gunners and not going to obviously build in quick enough to be able to be replaced. And there they go. Oh!
Yeah.
All right, that disconnects one of the swarm launchers as well as his energy production.
Yep.
If King can get just a little bit more map control, this will be over.
Oh, taken out.
Hello, Demon. How are you doing, buddy? Someone took your #1 spot back. The Demon has arrived in Incursus.
Oh my.
Arrived to see pain and suffering, and that's what you get in this turn. Just not by me this time. Is it gonna go down?
It looks like Simza is entirely out of AA and suppressive fire abilities.
That's all gonna hit.
There you go.
Jeez.
There's only one machine gun built to defend against this. It's mostly protected. But is it enough? I don't think so. There's still 3 mortars.
Oh, that one.
All right. Well, one machine gunner taking out 3 mortars. We've seen that before. It happens every so often, and often to game-winning results.
He needs a paycheck increase.
Simza's going to need to do a sort of Hail Mary kind of play here, I think. Here comes the nuke. Oh, crazy. Drunk nuke.
Oh.
And it's gone. No Hail Mary out of Simza this time around. But it did buy him enough time to rebuild his AA.
Yes.
So these mortars aren't going to deal much damage anymore, but doesn't have a sniper anymore. Let's see, can King take out the AA here? Because those mortars are very unlikely to get through. With an AP sniper or just more forward-facing damage, it could be done.
Ooh, lucky.
Ooh.
Very lucky to get that shot off by Simza. Okay. That's going to hit.
Out of target, not even aiming for the nuke. The nuke gets through clear skies.
And causes some reactor damage.
Which means in 7 minutes, Simza will be the victor. Should this go to a timeout.
I mean, he is taking down stuff, but he's not. He's building his own swarms now. Oh, well,
that could mess with the nuke's trajectory.
Oh, here comes a set of swarms. Now he could do a 1-2 of this with the mortar.
Oh. No, he only fired one. Okay.
If he fires them like 1-2 with the swarms followed by the mortars, the gunners will eventually drain out. Oh.
That's a lot of damage dealt.
Here comes the nuke.
Here comes another nuke. Oh.
It's clear.
Yeah,
and
that's twice he's tickled.
Oh,
the
one
reactor.
of the mortars.
Oh, bumped up against the wall there.
Thank you so very much, Demon.
King really needs to upgrade his damage output here. He either needs to apply more pressure and overwhelm or do a tech switch. He is tech switching into swarm missiles. We'll see if that works. This is already AA facing
King Benji's got 2 nukes,
Two nukes at the top, yeah.
That should be enough to pierce the point defense of Simza here, but he's gonna have to have the energy to fire them.
Yeah, he
I don't
seems to
think
be.
he has right now.
I feel like he is also trying to drain the mortar. We're using the mortar to drain the gunners, but now there's more gunners. Yeah.
Indeed, he's losing map control here, which means there's going to be a lot more AA coming out of Simza, and he might not be able to deal with this. King, it looks like in the middle of about to deal the death blow, switched from dealing more damage to taking up, which is costing him more.
Where did the nuke get taken out? Or did it
Placement
despawn?
of the wood has changed, and it has changed the trajectory of the nuke crashing directly below rather than heading towards his opponent as designed.
Interesting.
The nuke is reloaded on for Simza here, though. Uh-oh.
Okay, so where does this nuke go? On the left.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Okay.
Oh, just barely.
There it is.
Oh, and the crit right into the core.
And that's King Benji knocked out of the tournament.
GG King. Simza with the victory. Alright, so next up we have Jorge Stoom versus Romero. Time's up. Let's do this.
Frazzz?
No, it wasn't me. It's you this time.
Jorge versus Romero. All right, and we have Jorge versus Romero. On team 1, we have Jorge's Doom.
You say Jorge. Is that his name? I thought it was George.
Okay, so maybe.
I really don't know.
George, I typically see with a G rather than a J. When I
Yes.
see J, I think Jorge.
Well, Jorge is so much more fun to say.
I'm gonna assume it's Jorge because it's spelled with a J rather than a G.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying in my head.
Yeah.
But let's go on over to Romero on team 2.
Just ignore that.
Yes. And this is the map with the toilet forts.
Ah, yes. The toilet forts. Oh boy, this is always a fun one.
I mean, there's a toilet
Very
cannon.
top-heavy. There is a toilet cannon, but that's not enabled for this mod, for this particular map. We have similar yet mildly different strategies going on here. Oh,
Whoa, that's
some
going to be
risky
some
play.
quick aggression coming out from.
So on the left side, we have Jorge, who's built workshop and then sold it off the moment he put his mortars down, meaning that he can have more money. He's even selling off all of his metal. This is a full all-in. Is Romero going to be ready for this? Romero instead going for a workshop, but also the swarm missiles, which will not come out for a time. He's selling off his own defenses.
Jeez.
Is he going to be able to defend against this? Jorge not going for the upgrade center, building a turbine, and starting off the aggression so soon. Romero seeing those shots coming in, building up some anti-air, but there's going to be a couple more hits depending for those who are ready to defend against it.
Oh my.
Another volley coming in.
Yeah.
It's not enough to break the wood just yet, but it's getting close. Romero's selling off the last of his metal just to make sure he can put down a little bit more swarm missiles. So when that retaliation happens, it's going to hit hard, but he has to survive long enough. These machine gunners are now exposed. They'll be able to fire, but also take fire. 2 of the mortars shot out of the air. 1 still lands.
See, the only thing is, with him going all in like this, if it doesn't work,
Yep. It's a big.
most strategy games is
Big
going to be a
commitment.
little bit, well.
Another volley of mortars. None make it in. Now, Romero needs to keep his sniper alive. Oh, but without that sniper, he won't be able to fire off any of these swarm missiles. Let's get a delay Romero's. Did that ricochet underneath the wood? How did that machine gunner get sniped there?
Quick new thing for you, Nozehed. BJ's asking, could you ask if they could do something like if the host clicks on start all, the observers are already up?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
There is the force start button, which has that functionality.
Is that not... Last time I got told that was bugged. Like, sometimes it makes people desync.
Oh, really? Okay.
Did that get fixed?
I'm not aware.
Didn't know it was an issue, to be honest, so...
Oh. People kept telling me that, but I never used the force start, so I never know.
I tend to avoid it myself, to be honest, but I'm not sure why.
Alright, we have the first shot coming out of Romero here.
Yeah.
Jorge has upgraded to the heavies.
Wow, that's a lot of...
Oh, that's a lot making it through. It takes out all the gunners, and the turbines, and 1 of the mortars. Jorge has been crippled here.
This...
Romero still
Hello
has...
there, Cactus. Hope you're enjoying FORTS Tournament XIII.
Is that somebody named Cactus?
Yes.
I worked on a game called Cactus.
Oh, that sounds exciting. And prickly. Well, Jorge cannot rebuild his lost
I
mortars
think that's the way it works.
without having...
Okay, so he's
the
selling
technology. He's selling off 1 of his mortars.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his plan is here.
Yeah, because he has no
I don't think
tech.
he has anything he can do. Yeah, he's building up resources. He's trying to transition out of this, but
Yeah.
Romero already has nukes, or not nukes, already has warheads available to him and is already further ahead. I don't see him coming back from this.
He is building, like, he's put down another mine, but I don't know if it's just going to be a little too late.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to take a while for those mines to kick in, and those swarm missiles, he's targeting them now. I mean, at least he's not targeting his base, but he needs those in order to come back from this. And there's no way. They're
Oh, wow.
both gone.
That's a lot of resources being sunk away, though. So each one of them costing 300 each. It's 300, isn't it?
That is correct.
I keep second guessing myself when it comes to actually the numbers.
Well, Romero is sooner or later going to upgrade to nukes, and Jorge's not going to have enough resources to do anything about it. He doesn't even have the resources to do anything about these.
Yeah, he made
take the hit.
a big call going that full aggression right off the bat, which, you know, I think we've all seen that work in the past, but I mean, in the context of a tournament, you know, you got somebody like Rome against you who's going to do a very efficient, you know, standard
Defense.
build, you know, and so yeah, it just didn't work, did it?
It was almost there. With a little bit of luck, he would have had it. So we had these. I think we all have experienced machine gunners. If they just missed that one critical mortar, then this would have gone a very different way. But that's just rolling the dice.
I'm noticing a little bit of red, though, for Romero here on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Romero does as well. Looks like he's bracing up his bottom. And sets up resources. And there goes that machine gunner.
Okay, so he's built his workshop again, so he can. Now he's telling you.
So,
Crazy. Okay, it's all very interesting. What commander do you think he is if he's doing all this? Is he pinch fist?
I'm not sure.
Anyone from Smash Gaming in this tournament? I'm not entirely sure. King Benji is on. Incursus isn't taking part. I think.
Is he
Sneak's in
really
it.
going for the factory?
He is.
Wow.
Stoom here, Jorge Stoom, is betting on surviving long enough to be able to place a laser and fire it.
Oh, and he sold the workshop again. Jeez, I've never seen that.
He's certainly a fan of all ins, but he's going to have to defend against nukes coming in here fairly quickly.
Yeah. Okay,
I
that
think
did pretty much
didn't
nothing.
really do much.
I think Romero's looking for what's his comeback play is, but I think Romero's going back to his tactic of just trying to prevent the opponent from expanding rather than going for the finishing move. You see, he's searching around the background bracing in Jorge's base for anything new builds, but he's not building new things outside of his base. He's not trying to reclaim the map. I don't think Romero knows what to do with an opponent that isn't trying to fight back.
He's confused Romero. I don't like the way the weight distribution is on George's fort here.
Good demon saying here though is like nukes, just give me nukes.
Yeah.
Well, there goes the nuke,
well,
and
there's the
Okay.
nuke. Splashes almost harmlessly.
I mean, it looks like he was dangling that there deliberately in a sort of
Indeed.
attempt to
For sure.
keep the
Just
splash
have a
damage as much away from his
single-
core as possible.
Exactly. It's a tactic we've used quite often.
Why is he selling the background bracing? There.
He
Guessing
doesn't
for
currently
resources.
have a windmill.
Yeah. So he's built his factory, but and he probably doesn't have enough resources to build a laser, or he's just waiting for it. Meanwhile, Rome is confused.
Not firing his weapons. Building up more of his base.
Okay, so there's the laser
Fixed
placed
Yes.
down low.
I'm not entirely sure if he is or not, Demon, because Demon's asking here is he trying some kind of spaced armor. I'm not entirely sure because we think he does have his laser going down here, but nuke's gonna hurt. Oh,
The nuke making it by the armor.
there's
Don't
only
think
one
it's-
door, but that's all red down there. That is very much
yeah.
red.
That's very
Got a couple
close.
of gunners up now, though, so
Mhm.
might be able to defend some of these, but the sniper probably could take them out quite easily.
Well, currently the gunners aren't exposed.
This is a great comment by Demon here. This is like watching an MMA fighter take on a toddler. There goes another nuke. Oh, where's that?
Okay,
Oh,
so he
a little
hurt
bit
the...
of splash damage to the core.
Yep.
Well, there goes the gunner. Not that he was doing much. But this laser, about 2/3 of the way complete, and Romero's still not going in for the kill.
He could be one-shotted.
He could be.
He could absolutely be one.
That would be quite the upset here, I think.
Look at this. Romero trying to take off any...
There it is. There it is.
Well,
To
there's
shake
the
around at
collapse.
the back there. Oh, see, if you'd have gotten that bloody laser up there, he would have one-shot straight in Romero.
Romero goes through.
Romero moving on.
Romero trying to take off.
Look at the bracket.
So we're in the semi-final now.
Yes, we are.
So we've got Joe Apocalypse against Toke, who will then, whichever one wins this, will be going into the final, which I believe is the best of 3.
Okay.
Alright, I think we're ready up.
We are ready to go. Let's switch over to,
Dum,
back to
dum,
the
dum.
Next
game.
match.
Well, I want Nozehed to put up some sort of like site that you can buy the pins on, because I want FORTS pins.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
I will actually genuinely buy one, but I can't
No.
get them anywhere. Alright,
Whoa.
so we have in this matchup, we've got Toke versus, everybody's names jumped around, Joe Apocalypse. We've got Joe Apocalypse on the right-hand side and Toke on the left side. And one going for a mine, both going for mines, but we've got, well, Toke is actually a wee bit ahead actually here with the windmill up, a little bit extra on his fort, so soon see how that goes. What's your
this
thoughts
map-
on this?
Oh, this map is actually very intriguing. It's got, well, it has a giant obstruction in the middle of it. Not only that, but there's very limited amount of space to which players can directly attach to the world. We have multiple floating islands for each side, and we each start with a workshop, meaning either player can immediately build mortars. Mortars, which are useful indirect weapons, can fire directly over the center obstruction and attack the opponents.
Nozehed, a little question here for you, because I would answer myself, but I want to make sure it's not screwed up right. And Lively's actually asking here is how is Sinus in the background? Like, why doesn't he show in the lobby?
Oh,
like, you
that's
explain that
because
instead of-
that's because this server is being hosted in New York at a server farm place, and so Sinus is just effectively another account I have that's remoted in, and FORTS has a special dedicated server mode which actually creates one extra slot. So you could potentially host a 4v4, and the host can stream and but not have to take up an actual official player slot. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so basically I have another laptop here logged in as Dev Sinus, and he is the host in New York. I don't know if I explained that clearly enough, but basically, yeah, that's how that goes. And the reason why we do it in New York is because it's a fairly central location to everybody, and obviously we're in Australia here, and if I hosted it here, then everybody would have a ping of at least 300.
Oh, I know that well when Morthog's in anything. He's an Australian, he comes in and it's like, oh, here's my 600 ping.
Yeah. So anybody can use the dedicated server mode, and if that's
Wait,
useful
how do
to
you turn
you,
that on?
it's a setting you gotta add to your. Actually, I can't remember specifically what it is. I'll put it up in chat later, but it's a setting that you put in your settings Lua file.
Interesting.
Alright, Will, back to the game. We have both players progressing equivalently all the way up to lasers. Both players have just completed their factory and have their economies going. And, well, Toke is poking around with the sniper, doing a little bit of tickling, attempting to look for weaknesses and such, whereas
Laser is down for...
Joe has just placed his laser.
Whereas... Well, he's got a couple of gunners and a sniper. Almost feel like he's half expecting missiles. But there's
Missiles
no
are an
missiles.
option here. I'm surprised to see no one has gone for mortars. Mortars are such an easy choice here. They are obviously easy to defend against, given the large expanse and lots of real estate that you can build across the top of your base. However, they're so easy to use.
Yep, and they
Usually
just they distract
with
your
enemies.
opponent.
They distract your opponent and have potential to every so often land a hit. Cost more resources, much more resources than they cost to build.
We've got Tolk placing down a laser down there in the bottom left as well now, so... But... Joe Apocalypse, do you think he'll go for the middle bit, or do you think he'll go straight for a cut for... At the bottom?
Well, there's not a whole lot of... From this angle down below, so close to the top of his own islands, there's not really much of an angle where you can deal damage to your opponent. You can, from the fire beam position, you can hit above the core, maybe destroy one of the mines, but really all he can do with that position is cut off the bottom part of base.
Because I think if you aimed it right, you could actually hit the laser.
Oh yes, he could hit the laser there. It's not gonna apply lethal damage. Tulk could just as easily ignore everything that's happening down there and start working on another part of his base. Not have to worry about it. So I'm curious to see so much investment placed into lasers in that location.
Well, it looks like the laser is ready to fire for Joe Apocalypse. If he doesn't fire it soon, though, he will be facing against the laser, unless that's what he's waging on. Is he going to use it? He has it selected. And here it goes. Oh!
And there it is.
And that's the end of that.
Direct hit.
There goes those lovely resources into the bin.
And the next hit should be taking out the fire beam there.
He's got his own fire beam going up as well. I almost feel like there's somewhat identical plays here at the moment. Although Joe Apocalypse has a lot more sort of wood around, but he's only got one windmill. It's going to be quite a bit to try and, make a fire beam and a laser fire. Oh well.
Yeah, okay.
Cozy.
Starting
Don't
to
worry,
work on
Demon, you're going to
that.
be killing each other now. Demon's like, let them kill each other already. I almost feel like it's a Godzilla reference. Let them fight. Ooh.
That's an exposed fire beam, but it's not enough.
Also very much shook around the fort area, though. It was quite wobbly from that one.
Well, these forts are very, very wobbly. They're not even connected to ground beneath or below them. They're suspended in between.
Oh.
Tulk retaliating.
The BG asking here for the damage counter. How are the drop bits of structure counted? Does the engine do anything special, or is it just like flat out like rates or something? Nozehed?
Sorry, what's the question again?
It says for the damage counter, how are drop bits of structure counted?
How are dropped bits of structure counted?
Yeah, I think it means like, see if you hit something off that wasn't actually damaged, if it falls down itself.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oops,
I think
there's
that's
that.
what it means.
Um,
Well, that's not
to be
around
honest,
anymore.
I'll have to ask B-Man about that if he counts that or not. I don't actually know the answer to that, sorry.
The center obstruction has been chopped down, but
Yeah.
Apocalypse has nothing on top to
Oh.
utilize that for. But Tulk does, meaning Tulk has the advantage at the moment.
Apocalypse is lining up his laser possibly again? Maybe?
It looks like Tulk is largely ignoring anything out of the bottom. He's just focusing all of his resources on top now. Whereas Joe is starting to do the same thing.
What are they gonna actually hit each other's core with? Oh,
That's
okay,
a
well,
good question.
I guess maybe
Tulk,
those...
with his placement of the plasma laser, can hit Joe Apocalypse, but Joe Apocalypse even with the swarm missiles in that angle, can't hit the center.
Do you think he's gonna? He's got the actual laser selected. Do you think he might follow that up, or?
Here we go.
I think he's gonna.
Is that gonna take the other fire beam?
It might.
Oh, just
So
to say
close.
there no more. Not really doing much there in the retaliation
Fire beam
attack.
colliding with the sandbag.
Took adding more onto the bottom of his base.
I'm curious as to what his goal is down there.
Maybe defend against the missiles?
Maybe. You can see those missiles. But again, those missiles, they can only really hit whatever he puts down there. They can't really hit anything else.
Unless he puts
So
a
far,
sniper at the
Tolk has
top.
just been ignoring what's down there, and it's been working well for him.
There's a little bit of wavering going around there for Joe Apocalypse there, because I noticed the fire beam kind of went up and down a bit. Oh,
Not only is there a wavering, but his base is very, very stressed. The amount of wood and armor he's put down there is
oh,
very close to ripping his base off the bottom.
oh! That
Clever.
was a nice little thing there.
Yep. That's a good way to use the fire beam. Oh, look at that.
Oh god.
Craziness.
The swarm missile is just able to eke out over the top of the forward island. I have a chat asking if Joe extends his base down, can he hit the core from below with missiles? The answer is yes. It is very, very difficult, and he has to extend almost all the way down to the bottom of the map to do that.
He's doing it again.
Yep.
Oh,
Again, most of those
Very
missiles
nice.
colliding with one of the islands are just scattered about.
Whoa.
did he? Oh, he reflected off the shield off of his own shield to fire in. Because wow, that is some damage actually going on there. But that was very nicely played by Joe Apocalypse there.
Yep.
Just wanted to warm up the rock apparently.
Little lava, fun for everyone.
I've got Heretic here saying, can you remind Nozehed to check his chat every so often? Oh, Joe Apocalypse nearly crushing there.
Going very, very deep. Had Tolk reversed the order of that, instead using the fire beam first, that plasma laser would have gone much deeper. But as is, there was some core damage dealt, meaning in 3.5 minutes, Tolk will take the victory. Should this
They've each
go
got a
to
little
timeout.
bit of flashing wood on their bases though. Oh, Joe Apocalypse going it.
Ooh, right into one of the floating islands.
Did that also stop?
Oh, okay. So he's full wasted attempts there.
Well, those poor seagulls lost their wings.
Alright, there's the fire beam first. Follow up with the plasma laser. I don't
Yes.
know if he gets the fire for it. There we go. Oh, but it's taking so long. The wood's going to be repaired by the time it fires.
Yeah.
Wood was repaired. I believe he needed more energy production before proceeding with
Oh.
that. Well, there is the problem with placing the lasers in that position. There's just too many obstacles in the way. You cannot get a good line of sight.
How does wood flash? I don't know. Don't ask me.
There's a sort of a weird phosphorus coating on the wood in Forts. It's treated.
It looks like Joe has finally built a fire beam up on top that can deal real damage.
Oh, nice shot.
Wow.
That
was
laser
a
actually-
very nice shot by Joe
Wow,
Yeah.
that was a chain reaction and a half.
There goes everything. Wait, did he build that sniper then sell that sniper? Oh god. Oh dear. Oh.
And he's selling it off. He's
Interesting.
hoping to save it before it explodes.
Oh, and he gets it.
That was interesting.
Logic there is he won't be able to defend it in that position, which is probably true.
Oh,
Again.
Oh, and
there goes another one away.
Yeah.
it's actually hurting Took quite a lot.
A
Especially
minute
the
and a
secondary.
half left on the timer here.
Remember, Took has actually dealt core damage
Yeah.
to Apocalypse here.
Which
So if this
trumps
goes
just
down
regular
to the
damage.
I got Heretic here saying wood treated with phosphorus. What? You just gotta go with it. Just go with it.
That's right.
Oh, we have a
60
minute left on
seconds
the
remaining.
clock for this, so if Joe Apocalypse doesn't do any core damage or kills his opponent, he will lose.
He did.
I couldn't work out where that was actually coming
Slight
from.
understatement.
Trying to get at the missiles.
Surprised he's not using the sniper to take out the missiles, the gunners at the bottom.
Oh,
Oh. It's a lot of the energy production as well as the energy shields. Oh, hey! Chicago was finding an angle.
Oh, you
Taking out the
said
energy
that.
production.
You said that, and then you shot the laser.
10 seconds.
Oh!
But that's good to be good. Joe's not going to be able to make any penetrative shots here at this time. And it's over!
And Toad takes the
Team
win!
one with the victory.
Wait, reactor health 100 and 100?
Oh, I thought I heard the reactor thing.
I did, I'm curious. I know I heard the reactor beep. Was it?
Yeah.
Did it just do
Yeah.
less than half of a percent?
It
of the
must
reactor
have.
health?
It must have.
Zim's already in here. Now we're just needing Romero. And this will be the last of the semi-finals, and then we'll be on to... Because we do the bronze match, then the final, isn't it?
Yes.
That is correct. So it'll be Joe Apocalypse and the winner, or loser of this match, sorry.
Oh, jeez. I was not showing the actual game. Oops.
You're not the
That
only
may
one
have
that's done
happened to
that.
a couple of us a few times.
Sorry, guys.
So we have all this going on. Where?
There's so many moving
Both
parts.
players are very similar in their current builds, both going workshop and adding mines to starts.
Got a sniper up on top left, plus a windmill, actually, in fact. So it'll be interesting to see where he... Oh, and another windmill.
There's your second wind turbine.
Wasn't expecting that. Particularly with the two cores being there. Oh, swarms. Okay.
Alright, well, we're gonna have some swarm missiles coming out of Romero here. Curious to see how he utilizes these. We have the
We've
upgrade center as
got-
well, so we may have some early nukes coming out. Remember, with the double initial energy income, it's very easy to support the swarm missiles on this map.
Well, now that gunner lost his paycheck. And just like, if you do
Oh.
enough damage to the front, you could potentially, destroy one of those. If there's not enough in front of those cores, they could... Oh, never mind. He's not too soon. He's
Oh,
now
these
putting ours
players-
there.
These players have been around for a while. They know to defend their cores. Though most of the time, instead of defending the cores, they're removing defenses from the cores. Alright, well, it seems that Simza has spotted the swarm missiles and is already preparing for them.
Trying to. Oh, there goes
Retaliating
mortars.
with his own mortars. Mortars and
Seems
excellent
like
shots here.
Like a sort of a win for both of them there. Oh, they're straight into the nuke as well. So if you can keep the gunners down, you can do a lot there.
Romero seems to like taking map control, so he may not have too much of a problem keeping Simza's gunners down. So far, he's doing a good job at it. One more. Alright. Have clear skies for the next few seconds. But the nuke isn't ready yet.
He's gonna need to use his sniper to take down some of those gunners though.
There's a lot of gunners there. It's gonna be a lot of APM. It's always concerning when you need to use that much APM, or that much time spent sniping.
Because he could go straight in for the nuke, but it might not hit if there's too many gunners to be had. Particularly if you're missing your shots.
That and spending so much time sniping means that you're not doing other things in your base, such as expanding, increasing resource income, or spending your resources.
I know Romero has also put factory down.
It's not just down, it's completed. Which means Romero's not looking to stay on the nuke for very long. Is this just meant to be kind of like a bait and switch?
It might be.
That's a lot of. He went all the way up to a nuke and got an upgrade center. That's a lot of resources spent just for a bait and switch.
It might be just because there's just too much gunfire coming in.
Here goes the sniper, but he gets a shot off.
That's way too much AA. He needs to clear that out before trying to use the nuke again.
The lively scene here, what's the next tournament going to be?
To be decided.
Let this one finish first.
Yes, I'm still enjoying this one. We don't have 1v1s very often. So it's always interesting to see such focused efforts.
Is actually manually shooting the gunners at the bottom. Wow.
That could have been devastating. The objective for that shot there was to try to damage the nuke but not destroy it as it's coming out of the silo. So in doing so, it will get drunk and usually makes a 180 right back into itself.
That could have been... Ouch.
Absolutely devastating to remember.
There's way too many gunners just here. There's not enough sniper, like APM, to go through this at all.
There's still 4 gunners active. It doesn't make it across. Simza upgrading to heavy mortars to apply more damage. Simza not firing the mortars, it's just keeping
that
up
laser
with
is
the
Yep.
Oh, here comes his own swarms.
Yep.
There's no anti-air right now. So
That's all gonna hit.
Alright, well Romero's gotta retaliate with his own and get that plasma laser going in a real bad way here.
He's gonna need to take the shot right now. He has to be a decent shot.
Oh, that was so close. That was right at the core too.
Not only right at the core, but it almost removed half of the AA, which would have gone a long way to reclaim the map. But it looks like Simza's just going to grind him down. He's got complete map control with the constant firing.
He now knows there's a laser in there, though.
That's true.
He's definitely focusing that. And once Simza upgrades to the nuke, it's not going to have a whole lot to stop him. This game ends fairly quickly once that warhead comes out.
And that door is repaired. Is he going to fire? He's going to. Yep, he's going to fire. Where's he going to fire? There we go. Right, so that's the gunner's gone.
Oh, it got through. Got through.
Oh, it does get through. And it crashes into the front. It's not enough to destroy the core, or it really, the only casualty was a single gunner.
There goes that windmill.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last of the energy production, meaning he's not going to be able to fire both the plasma laser and the warhead at the same time. He's not without waiting for a very long time. He's got the commander ability active. Just as I say that, he has already saved up the energy. The core is exposed.
It is. If you could just get something to touch it.
It has got to repair that.
Simza firing on over there. We got. Simza hasn't used his mortars in a little bit. Oh, never mind.
No, they are.
Back. Here comes a nuke though, and there is no anti-air. This is going to go straight.
Oh, drunk.
And a solid hit. Damages everything. The plasma laser not exposed, but these mortars trying to make it so.
If you can get another shot off with a laser, well, depends if you know about that.
Laser.
Oh. See if that just hit the mortar. The nice chain reaction up there. But he did take down all his... He's having to build up some windmills now.
There's another nuke.
Alright, we'll see if that nuke, what kind of damage it can do.
Not particularly much, it's just taking out some wood there, but not really much otherwise.
Oh.
Although it did allow the heavy mortars to kind of disintegrate the front.
I love that combo. It looks like Romero is still struggling for resources, actually selling off his workshop now to try to get more.
Oh.
The mortars through the open door destroy the plasma laser that removes almost all of the damage output potential from Romero.
Yeah.
All he has left is the nuke. Well, as we've seen,
He just... Oh no!
Oh.
Ooh, fire laser. He replaces it with a fire laser, but the fire laser's exposed. The
Yep.
next wave of the mortars might just finish that off.
Yep.
Builds just in time.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, no, it's
but the
gone.
machine gunners finish it off.
Yep.
Romero still struggling for resources. On the back foot, selling off the upgrade center. He needs to reclaim nav control in order to have a hope of landing that nuke.
There's another nuke.
Well, Simza is retaliating by building a lot of machine gunners.
Oh.
There's 4 damage. That puts Simza in the lead should this come down to a timeout.
Very surprised about Romero focusing so heavily on trying to use his nuke with that many gunners. It just seems like such a sort of waste of resources. Because it's not cheap to fire.
It can be done, but he has to take map control in order to use swarm missiles. Swarm missiles aren't like lasers or cannons or a lot of the other weapons. If you don't have map control, if you don't have the ability to suppress your opponent, the missiles just are not useful. You either have to suppress the opponent, or have so much of it that the opponent just can't shoot it all out of the skies.
Oh, there's all...
None of the gunners even taking down the mortars, but
Yeah.
here comes another nuke that the gunners can't even shoot at. Oh, nope.
The gunner
If that-
position is working for the mortars, but the mortars aren't dealing most of the damage now. It's the nuke that's causing him the problem.
He's got a little bit of everything here going on.
He's going to need more than exposed gunners to deal with this. Because exposed gunners are going to get wiped out by Simza's own gunners. Simza just has to keep applying the pressure and this game's going to end.
I mean, Romero has his fire beam nearly ready, but I'm not entirely sure what he's going to be able to actually do with it.
Ideally, Simza would expand his base and add another wave of mortars on it.
Because I can see
selling-
Simza's actually...
Selling the factory. Interesting choice.
Comes another one. Oh, gunners went down at really the wrong... Oh!
Drunk nuke gets in the same position anyways.
Jeez, this is like a constant barrage. I think Rome's against the ropes.
I just don't see how it's possible to even get a nuke through all that. There's
Uh-oh.
way too many.
Ooh!
Jeez.
That last mortar hit
Nearly
almost
snapped.
next to the rear of the face.
Another nuke hitting.
These mortars might just make the core drop.
Here. Oh, so close.
Disintegrating. Oh, it's almost ripped it off the wall.
Jeez.
We have another
Even the
wave.
bottom
of
bit,
mortars.
if that battery goes, if that nudges against the wall.
Oh, it's not quite enough. It's disconnected from his mines.
Oh,
Romero no
jeez.
longer has income. This is getting really close.
He's about to fire the nuke.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's it.
Wow. Jeez.
The nuke.
That is Simza taking the last of the semi-finals. They were both pinch fist. Huh. Wow, that damage difference.
Jesus.
That was ridiculous.
That's it.
Joe versus Rome. That's a good matchup. So we'll do the bronze match first. Okay, Frazzz. Guess who we're waiting for?
I don't know, Incursus.
All right, bronze match. Here we go.
Incursus, what have I told you about making his weight?
Now.
Okay,
a good boy, I
so somebody go.
Penguin! Alright, so we have on the left-hand side Romero, and on the right-hand side we've got Joe Apocalypse, and we're doing the bronze match, which whoever wins this will take third place. And I believe they get a prize of an airship's key.
Yes.
So whoever wins, well, gets a game, and whoever doesn't win doesn't get a game.
And that's, well, we have a new game at stake for the winner of this particular match, and we have a seemingly, well, a rather interesting tactic coming out of Romero here on the left side. He's definitely playing to the strengths of, what is his name? The commander they were last time.
Pinchfist.
Pinchfist?
Hinge-Fist, that's the name I'm looking for. Selling off all of his things and redesigning his base. Has not yet placed technology, whereas Jopocalypse on the right side not only has technology placed, but has not invested into, well, more mines, which means we can expect lots of aggression out of him. In fact, I can expect swarm missiles.
Oh.
Oh, there are the swarm missiles right there. So Jopocalypse's build is going to have to punch straight through the center obstruction, which will give Romero some time to react to it. Question is, will he be able to do so before... Did I leave the bracket open again? Oh, I did.
Oh dear.
That's...
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, there we go. So Romero should be able to see, or at least we know he can see, the swarm missiles from here. So he is reacting with an armory, which means he'll be able to have access to the flak. Notoriously strong versus swarm missiles.
No,
Question
does-
is, will 2 swarm missiles be enough to punch through it?
I mean, you could set the penguin on fire, but he can't actually shoot directly at the other base, so it gives time for Romero to put up some flak, hopefully.
This is one downside of running with the delay. When chat tells you to fix something, it takes a while for it to be fixed.
It's like, fix this! Oh, I noticed it. 30 seconds later, it'll be fixed.
Jeez.
That...
There
There
goes a
we
hit
go.
on a penguin.
The poor
Poor-
penguin, he's gonna go down.
It is burning. Romero's running out of time.
I don't see
He
any flak
hasn't-
coming up yet.
No flak, no reaction. He's just saving his resources. Not building. Curious as to what Romero's
Oh,
waiting for.
that's gonna tumble soon.
Oh, that's what he's waiting for. He's going straight for the cannon tech. I'm curious as to why he isn't reacting to these swarm missiles, because these swarm missiles can cause a lot of damage very quickly.
Joe Apocalypse is like, fall! Fall already!
Fall
Fall!
faster.
There it goes.
And there it goes.
Oh, and here comes immediately straight after with the swarms following up.
Did you just target the...
Windmill.
target
Did.
the-
I don't think I would have targeted that.
Well,
I suppose
I
it'll slow
probably.
him down.
I do agree with that, as I think we all know that he wouldn't have knocked down the base or done a lot of damage with those hits head on. The turbines was the most costly that he could have built. And this next shot should go straight toward the core, or perhaps toward bottom, where
bottom.
the flak is being built.
I mean, the swarm missiles are already refilled, restocked.
He's trying to aim at the bottom there. With the center.
Oh, but
pin.
that flak's gonna be done. Oh! Oh!
Ooh, I think the flak got hit there. Was that a direct hit on the flak? Is it burning out?
One of them
No.
went up, but that one didn't.
So Romero just wants to survive long enough to get the cannons to work. But he doesn't have a place to put them just yet. Unless he wants to put it beneath his core, but that's gonna be a No. No. No way is he trying this.
Tier 3 mortar incoming.
Against Jopocalypse, he's trying the tier 3 mortar? Excuse me? There's
Oh, this is
no
gonna be
way.
Brilliant. Is he actually gonna try it? He is as well.
There's no way there's no way this works. The middle obstruction isn't even there anymore.
Oops.
Oh my, and he doesn't even have the time to place it right now. He's trying again.
We've got Joe Apocalypse going with a nuke.
Well, there it is. He's got to delete those two. He's only got a few seconds. Oh, that's a misclick. Is he going to do it in time? Oh, just in time. And he gets it. All right.
Nicely done.
Let's still pause building. He has to connect to it before to continue building. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see a tier 3 mortar in the 1v1 tournament.
That's assuming he lasts long enough to fire it.
It's going to be a close one because he still hasn't had the opportunity to connect to it yet. He's still defending the front of his base. If he doesn't connect to it, it will not continue building.
Oh, why doesn't he
I think
do
we
that?
all know that these swarm missiles are very rough. And Apocalypse already defending against it, building the topmost sandbags.
Oh,
He
right.
knows?
He knows?
He hasn't connected to it yet. He has to connect to it.
Oh, he sold it.
I think he's having a hard time connecting to it because of the geometry. But there's the nuke
Oh!
Yeah.
and the damage on the core. His time is very limited. And he's got to rebuild his base. There goes his turbine. There's the connection. Alright, he's finally managed to connect to it, but here comes the next nuke, and Romero's got to spend all of his resources on just defending against this nuke. It's going to do more core damage.
Oh!
Wow.
That deserves a pay rise for
Yeah.
that little guy.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Super flak.
He needs more flak. He needs a lot more wood spams, like spaced wood at that. Because this is gonna get rough, especially with only one tier 3 mortar. Remember, guys, tier 3 mortars most effective against players who don't know how to defend against them. Once you know how to defend against a tier 3 mortar, you don't have to destabilize your base to do it.
Obi pulls it off. Obi can at least fire it.
I really hope he wins. I hope he can just get the opportunity to fire it.
Yeah. Also, Joe has been in this exact position a few times as well in the tournament.
Yes. Hey, you guys see what Joe just did? Notice how Joe's wood was blinking?
Yeah.
Bit weighted down on front, so he placed some wood in the back. Made it lean back and connected to it to try to force his base to lean backward and no longer be so uncomfortable.
That flak can no longer fire. It doesn't have...
Yeah.
Ooh, no, it cannot. But the tier 3 mortar is just a few seconds away from completing, which means, well, not much. But we'll get to see it fire. That makes me happy.
I can't believe there's going to be a tier 3 in the tournament.
Here he goes. Shoot.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he shot it.
Tough.
Where will it land?
And the flak is gone.
Flak is gone.
Is it too
And
much of an angle?
I'd say so.
looks like it is too much of an angle, completely off the map.
Off the map.
You gotta retry it again, at less of an angle.
Okay.
Flak just firing off into nowhere. there.
Oh, God.
That's gonna hit.
It's gonna hit, but not doing a whole lot of damage. The space armor went
Okay.
well.
Here
Two
comes
That looks
round
like a better
2.
shot. If this gets the crit, because the crit exists. If this gets it, I'm just gonna
Oh!
a little too far off the side.
Okay, I'll zoom out a bit now that he's doing this.
Oh man. Alright, so Joe is spacing out his shots to try to distract the AA with the swarm missiles and then come in with a nuke. You gotta work. There's no way. There's no AA. Alright, Romero going for another shot.
Round 3, try 3. Maybe 3rd time lucky. No.
Okay.
It is.
Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Oh.
He's building sandbags
Sandbag
absolutely
is like
everywhere.
everywhere.
Oh.
Still too far. He's trying to take out the snipers, which works. Unfortunately for him, there's still a third sniper. There it is. And there's another shot. We've got 10 seconds before that lands.
Oh.
Here it comes.
Oh, nice shot.
Ooh.
Did some core
And there's
damage.
And it
core
did
damage.
core damage.
Took out a turbine on the way down, too. He's like, no, sandbag. Oh, man. I never thought I would see 2-3 mortars in any kind of...
Well, it is the bronze match, so he's got nothing to
It is...
lose.
It is the bronze match. And I think Romero's just here to have fun at this point. There we
Nice
go.
shot.
Sandbag coming in clutch.
I can't believe we're seeing a tier 3 in a tournament. This is amazing.
Oh my god.
That's good.
I'm having so much fun right now, you guys.
Was he? Is he doing it? What the?
Alright, he's putting a sandbag in front.
Hanging? The hanging one? That's hilarious.
This is a tactic we've done before to stop missiles. Unfortunately, the missiles are gonna shoot not at the base, but above the base.
Drunk.
It's drunk and collides on the single machine gunner remaining.
Here comes another shot
comes
from the
the
tier
shot.
3 mortar. Whee!
Maybe it'll get the super crit, which I'm not sure exists anymore, actually.
He's
He's
trying
like,
to-
no, please. He's like, no.
he's trying to-
Takes out another turbine. Does a little bit more core damage.
He tickled the reactor again.
For those wondering, it takes 2 sandbags to stop a tier 3 mortar shot. But now there exists the super crit option. Right between the giant spire and his base, there is a battery which can chain react to another
Oh,
battery. Should
yes,
the
that
tier
would
3
be
mortar land
sweet.
in that
Oh.
exact few pixel space, he can win.
You should be able to see that battery as well.
Oh, I'm sure he can see it. It doesn't really matter because
oh.
you can't aim tier 3 mortars. That's not how they work. You can only pick a general direction in which
Oh! That's a lot of resources you can
Okay.
shut down there.
Where will
Alright, where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Place your bets now!
Man.
Oh,
Oh, I think he is adjusting it.
yeah, he was trying to go for that critical hit for sure.
I mean, realistically, you could aim perfectly at the angle to hit that, and just the degree of variance on the tier 3 here would have it hit anywhere between right about halfway from the first hill outside of his base to right about where the last shot landed,
Here it comes again.
even if you don't move it at all. But I would really love to see this.
Oh,
I think Joe Apocalypse sees what's happening here.
Yeah.
Now, one sandbag, not enough to stop it, but it still
oh,
helped.
those are both gonna
Two
hit.
nukes.
Oh,
One
One of them
hit.
taken out.
one of them hits.
Remember, guys, just about 90 seconds remaining, so there's not much time left. We'll see who's dealt more damage at the end of this.
Here it comes. Oh,
Oh,
way overshot there. Or
undershot.
too much of a change of direction.
1 minute left.
60 seconds remaining.
Here comes a nuke. Here goes a second nuke.
Second nuke. Oh, taken
nope,
out.
it's
Second
improved.
nuke does not make it.
So we get 45 seconds left on the clock. Romero has done damage to the core, but I'm pretty sure.
You can see from the damage on the core that Romero's core is much more damage than Joe Apocalypse. So unless this hits the super crit,
Oh,
it does hit the
Oh.
nuke, but it's not going to be enough.
no.
The core damage will go. to
Does
Joe
he have
Apocalypse.
enough for another shot?
It's gonna be tight.
It's going to be tight. It takes a full 10 seconds for the round to return to five. He's got, and
No.
that's going to be it. That's going to be game for Joe Apocalypse's victory. So close, so far.
That was
away.
good. That's true.
All right, so Joe Apocalypse takes that one. So the best of 3 match between Simza and Tulk. Where's Tulk? We know he's around here somewhere.
Okay, so everybody is ready. I'm gonna just make sure I switch this to the game this time.
All right, best of 3 between Tulk and Simza.
Alright, so
First
we are
map
on
will be
Pillars
on
map.
Pillars. Pillars, another map known for aggression. But let's go ahead and introduce the players here. We have Simza on the left side. And on the right, Tulk. Players both seen not only throughout this tournament, but all the way throughout the community. Very well-known players. And this map is one of my favorites because of the aggression potential. Notice how there's a lot of, well, vertical space to build on. That means a lot of placement for weapons. You can place gunners. My favorite, obviously, is gunners and mortars. You can completely lock down the opponent with rain of bullet fire, and then just close it out with mortars. But we'll see how they work out here. I've actually seen someone successfully go for swarm missiles here, but it's really very difficult to do.
Well, we're in the final, so who's your bets? Who's your bets on?
These are both
I'm
good players.
actually not sure.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna put it for this match in particular. Just seeing the information that's going out, I think I'm gonna have to put it on Simza. Simza's got up to 4 mines, and he's got a workshop down, whereas Tulk is very clearly going for a laser rush. A 3-mine laser rush.
No, BG, it's going to be 3 different maps. About 3 completely different maps for the best of 3, but if a player wins 2 of them in a row, then, well, they will win the best of 3.
Yep.
Oh,
there goes the
yep,
laser.
you would be right on Tulk there.
And he's going the full rush, even selling off the factory, so there won't be any backup options here.
And
But
Tulk
Simza's
is taking out the gunners, which
losing
Simza's
his-
now replaced, so Tulk me. Yep. Is he going to double check the top one? Nope.
And there are the mortars. So the problem with going mortars now is that the mortars are so delayed that the factory is already placed. Simza's gonna have about 60 seconds to deal so much damage to Tulk here that Tulk won't be able to place the laser. But I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Actually, wait a minute. Unless Tulk is architect, he's gonna need an additional storage. With the amount of damage Tulk is doing, I don't think it's gonna happen. He's already got his AA up. He's not going to be replacing that turn run. He's going to be saving for the laser. He's already got a placement for the laser. I don't see this happening.
Uh-oh.
He's going to have to defend against it. Simza's already changing over to try to slowly drain him out. And it's not going to happen before the laser gets placed in the next 10 seconds or so. Simza's going to need to be able to switch over to defensive mode and just deal burst damage. Tulk hanging on the sniper. He needs to hop off of it to place his laser. And there goes the laser. He's actually going with the fire beam option. Interesting choice.
I mean, it can work.
Oh no, it can work excellently. It's actually my preferred option in most cases. But I would expect for a rush, this kind of rush usually calls for 1 fire beam, 1 plasma laser, where the plasma laser is placed first. That way you don't have to deal with it.
Also, that fire beam is just below the reactor, right? So if that gets hit,
It is.
it's going to be ouch.
This isn't exactly the most safe of rushes. It's designed to be risky. But he's going with the triple fire beam here. Yes, that is the triple fire beam setup. And the 3rd fire beam has been placed.
Triangle, the trifecta of damage.
Oh yeah. And with this, he never has to give Simza a moment to repair. He can just fire, then chain fire them at the same spot. Simza will never put out the fire before the next beam comes into play. And that's what makes this so difficult. And this rush is designed to counter other rushers, not so much mortars like this. Mortars can do very well against it because there's no single critical point of failure. That and, well, energy shields.
Well, Tulk's just took down 3 snipers there. Per little guys.
This is just Tulk beating down Simza with just pure APM and pure skill. Simza is struggling to stay on top of his own defenses, where Tulk is not only, well, tearing apart Simza, but building out his base. And Tulk is just going to focus the same point, keep it all on fire, and just burn it to the ground. Those pieces are never going to get fully repaired again. Unless Tulk forgets to build a door on one of them and fire it. Is he going to build that door?
There goes 1, and there goes 2. Is he going to use the first one?
Oh, that piece of wood is flashing.
Oh, the energy shield comes up just in time.
Oh, it's gone. That's it.
Not enough.
Wow.
Burn to the ground.
Didn't take the weight.
And that's the power.
That's
First round
losing 1, and
goes to
Tulk
Tulk.
And moorings, and everybody's ready. And here we go. Game 2. Let's do it.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Done.
All right, and we're off. You all know these players. You have Simza on the left, Tulk on the right, and already Tulk going with the technology placement, not going for mines first, as most players would do, has placed an armory, which traditionally means either a full, greedy, balls to the wall, super risky rush, or early game aggression. You'll find out.
He does have the point because he's already like an upper point from Simza, so you could have this sort of where you could do maybe a little bit more riskier gameplay. But
well, indeed, it looks like he's probably going for the super risky tech rush here, as he's building a turbine. He's already got storages down. He's sold off every ounce of defense on himself. Whereas Simza is building an upgrade center first. Oh, did he notice? Did he notice the selling of the armor?
Mm.
This is, if he's doing what I think he's doing, this is the counter. The hard counter to this greedy, risky rush. Oh no, I think they're noticing each other again. And defending against it. AP snipers can penetrate players and just straight up end the game right off the beginning.
Right.
If you sell off your armor. However, you can counter that by replacing the armor, which Tulk has now done. Which unfortunately costs almost the same amount of money you would make from selling off the armor. Wait a minute. Simza is playing a Eagle Empire commander with an upgrade center and miniguns. That screams Eagle Eye, which means explosive rounds will be coming in shortly.
oh,
We haven't seen this in a long time. I don't know anyone who's got a proper defense against this. Certainly Tulk does not. The question is, can he deal enough damage to delay the rush coming out of Tulk?
it's very interesting placement on the missiles, though. Wait, is that another missile? Yeah, it is. Nice little trickery there going on. He has got an upgrade center as well. Let's see what actually happens. Third one is coming down. I mean, Simza can use the miniguns to defend against the rockets, but he doesn't have any sort of anti-air to just do something. Well, there goes one of them.
That sniper's gonna deal critical damage here. You cannot be losing gunners like this.
Yeah. And he's missed a few shots too, so it's gonna be
missing shots.
Yeah.
He's panicking and falling apart. This is not good. That's going to open up Tulk to use this more painful rush. As those are about to finish completion. And once those finish the first wave of rockets, that could completely shut down Simza here.
Here
You
comes
could just
one.
see a shutout so early here.
He missed that shot.
All right.
I don't like how
upgrading.
he's-
He's saving for the full burst.
In front of the bottom minigun, it's angled the door, and the door angle will deflect stuff down into the core.
Down into the core.
Not good.
Oh! That sniper though.
Oh, that
Gets
sniper's
it.
gone. Those 3 rockets are all complete.
Yep.
They are. He just needs the energy. And they're exposed. He's opened them. Is that gonna be it? Is that gonna be it?
Oh!
The explosion
was-
takes out 2 of them, and that
Yeah.
core will be exposed once that 3rd rocket goes. That might just be enough to activate the commander ability as well.
There it is! Whoa!
The full greedy rush completely countered.
Wow,
by
that
a
was
very
awesome.
strange tactic we haven't seen in a very long time. The Eagle Eye powered minigun rush.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Very, very nicely done.
Simza takes round 2. We are going into the 3rd match decider. This will
Awesome.
be the final match of the tournament, and the winner of this match will be the winner of the tournament.
Ice
All
Cave.
right, so the last match will be on Ice Cave. All right.
For the final.
The final countdown.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Alrighty. See how this goes. I love how this map just fits perfectly in full view on for all the forts.
Mm.
All right, so we have the same positions, same players. Simza on the left, Tulk on the right, and well, a similar strategy coming out of Tulk here, but this time he's not selling off all of his armor. He's
We've got Simza flying down to the bottom bit here.
Yeah,
some
interesting.
semblance of sanity. I always question players' decision to go down first. As this map does have a pretty harsh wind floor, meaning wind turbines still have to be placed upward even if you go down. So
Interesting.
even if you go down to take these mines, you still have to go up in order to build turbines, which makes it not the most efficient call, but you can build swarm missiles here.
Okay, so
Curious to see.
Both kind of going down to the bottom bit now.
Well, he's building a mine. Is he going to build a swarm missile launcher there?
Now
the
they're
way
both
he's
going
placed it
for-
kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
It kind of does. I haven't seen swarm missiles on this map in forever. It's almost like a gimmick. Just to catch your opponent off guard. If he's gonna build a swarm missile there, I would like to see him at least cover it to pretend that there's not a swarm missile there, that there's another mine there. I don't know if it's gonna happen. No, he's going for mortars. And the traditional mortar placement here. But at some point he's gonna need to build turbines. Suppose you could build turbines down below, but they're at a very low efficiency. And he's building his one turbine up there, but he can't build another one without getting in the way. We're building up first. Building gunners down there. Let's see how it works out. Here come the first
Nope.
wave of mortars.
Yep, and no AA.
Straight into the middle. Set
Looks
that
like
one. Sitting.
Tulk instead is saving his resources, so we're gonna see some later game tech out of Tulk this summer round. Seems having the opportunity to take map control here. We'll see if he capitalizes on it.
A couple of gunners coming down though, so if he doesn't do anything about them, they will be able to shut down the mortar fire.
Indeed. Tulk sniper going again. Simza is just not taking control of the map. He's had gunners down before Tulk did. He could have suppressed the gunners and didn't, and now the gunners now he's in the opposite position, where Tulk has gunners and map control. Simza does not. And Simza is just getting torn apart by Tulk's existing weapon.
There goes that sniper.
And there it is again. Now these mortars are just going to be constantly shot out of the sky by the gunners. And Tulk isn't even taking damage here, and Simza needs to do enough damage. He needs to deal... What were the numbers? Did the numbers once? It was... On 4 mines, it was around 2,000 metal worth of damage within the 2-minute span between the factor being placed and the laser, and the factor being completed when the laser is placed. If he's not able to do that damage, then the laser can be placed through it, which makes this a very hard defense, or very hard attack from this position. No, I'm sorry.
Trading bullets here.
It was only 1,000 metal. I was thinking of a different build. It was 1,000 metal. And I don't see him dealing that much damage. He's taken out a couple gunners. He's taken out a couple snipers. At the end of the day, yep, there it is. It's placed. He's about halfway to dealing that much metal damage when time ran out. So now the laser's gonna be placed and...
Yep, and there's your swarms.
Oh, there are the swarms.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that in forever. It looks like Simza finally taking some map control here. So now he can finally deal some damage with these. Unfortunately, with just machine gunners and incendiary mortars, there's no lethal damage potential.
No.
There's nothing to break through the metal, nothing to damage the core. He needs to have his
There's the
upgrade
upgrade.
center.
Here comes the fire beam.
That'll start slicing some things off.
I wonder if he should have pointed that at the core.
Either at the core or at the mortars. He needs to deal damage rather than trying to cut off segments of the base. Fire beam not great for cutting off segments.
Well, the swans are about to be done on the left-hand side, so we could be seeing them come into action pretty soon.
And that could be game changing, especially if he aims it at the second mine position. Ooh, Tulk trying to disconnect from the swarm launcher. It's not gonna cut it.
Here come the swarms. Oh, shot his own.
Oh, they're aimed at the core. It's not gonna be enough. Needs more than one launcher here for that. Alright, we're gonna see some heavy mortars soon. That sniper going to town, trying to reclaim map control.
There's too much anti-air on the other side.
Ooh. That fire beam. Doesn't seem like it did much. Seems like it missed, but it did hit the workshop. And the workshop very expensive to repair. Let's see if Simza can do it here. That'll alert Tulk if there's more gunners to fire up.
Oh,
And
jeez.
there are no more gunners to fire.
They're all gone.
Oh,
You're
man.
getting food.
If one of them hits
That's how you
the fire
overwhelm
beam,
the game. It's not going to be enough, but Simza really needs to take back control here if he wants to take out Tulk. And he needs to keep it, more importantly.
Sniper.
That second fire beam, however, is going to spell disaster. He can keep the wood ignited and just have it burn to the ground. As is, you can already see there's already broken pieces back here. It just shifted the entire base.
it has.
Oh, with that volley, he might just be able to take back control.
Shot his own mortar.
Oh, that is well worth it to remove all those machine gunners. Be enough. Command ability is active, but all 3 fire beams are up. It's like completing
Here they
Exodia.
come.
All he has to do is have them fire to the same location, and that will be the end of Simza. It is starting.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh.
Do it. Oh, he
Jeez.
might get it before
Uh-oh.
the third one.
This might be
Needs
it.
Burn.
If that blows up,
Oh, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that's
there
what
it goes.
I thought
Core
that.
damage, chain reaction. Oh, it didn't cause the secondary explosions. But that's going to be a lot of core damage.
Yeah,
One
that was right
fire
beside.
beam.
Oh, there's another
the
one.
second fire beam ricocheting. It is gone. That could be the end there. That was very, very close. It was a clutch swarm missile fire. Just a few seconds delayed, and that would have been the end of Simza.
Okay, he's selling his workshop.
He's trying to get the money back for more fire beams, but we'll see if it works out for him. He's regained AA and map control, but Tolk is not doing. He's not in a good position. Or he's not in a good position.
I feel like Simza doesn't have anything to really capitalize on it right now, though, apart from the mortars. But even then,
He doesn't, and that's the thing. The mortars don't do burst damage. They do economic damage. They slowly grind the opponent down. You always want to be targeting exposed things with them. While they can grind through the opponent's defenses, you really want to be focusing on doing the most damage possible. And that's what he's doing now. He's regained map control. He's keeping the opponents suppressed with these gunners. He's preventing the gunners from rebuilding. He's taking out the opponent's lines. That way, the mortars are much, much more effective. Now there's no more AA out of Tolk. Almost. There's one gun left. And that looks like it's going to go down soon. The swarm missile is being launched. It's not going to be able to stop those. The mortars are going to hit and deal damage.
I noticed there's actually an upgraded mortar in amongst them as well.
Yeah, it's
There is.
good.
The only problem with the upgraded mortars is they cost more, and Simza needs at least 2 turbines to support the firepower that he has.
I almost feel like Took is too busy focusing on that bottom bit with the fire beam.
Yeah,
He could actually shoot straight for a core.
Yep.
He absolutely could.
Yep. It would have been a completely different result, I think.
By now, he probably could have blown up the core with all the
Yeah.
shots. Although that would have resulted in an energy shield. But at least it's more damage.
There it
No,
is.
see?
Now he's
That's
going for it.
he should have done that a long time ago.
That's what I know. Like all three of his fire beams could have hit that.
Simza actually losing map control again. Just failing to keep up pressure. He desperately needs a second turbine.
Oh. I heard I've not been zooming in deliberately because people kept complaining about me actually zooming in the fights where they can see everything from this.
Alright.
Oh, so that's the third direct.
Another hit on the core.
That's 3 times he's done that.
Simza needs to get an energy shield here.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's not going to
Should have done that after the first one.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh boy. That's a hit on the mortars. This will be a lot of damage. Well, at least he's not going to have power problems anymore. He still needs to defend his core. His core is going to take some serious damage.
This match is swinging back and forth.
So, yeah, it's actually about to come back into this.
3 minutes left.
While core damage has been dealt to both players, Simza definitely easily with the more damaged core.
Yep. This could be it. Oh, I should have shot at the core.
And there goes the second fire beam. It is actually possible to crit the core with 2 fire beams.
Yep.
Yeah, I just kind of keep away from it, see everything.
To bring it from full health down to 0 in a single shot. Don't think he needs to do that. Just more power to the cores, and more fire to the cores also can take.
Well, Simza's been kind of pushed right back down right now.
Oh dear. Simza just upgraded one of his mines, which seems to imply that he wants to go for more long-term play.
Yeah,
But
but
there's
he has
only
a minute
2 minutes left on the time. There's not enough time for that. The swarm missiles are not going to make it very far. Didn't make it anywhere.
he's upgraded to nuke.
Oh,
So
he's
he has
trying for the
actually
Hail Mary
zero,
play here.
it has very little damage out, but oh, if that gets the battery.
Oh, there goes the workshop. Alright, Simza's going for Hail Mary plays here to try to come
Yep.
back into this.
Yeah.
His options are to snipe the fire beam while it's active, which you can do here.
Oh, he missed a shot. Oh, there it goes.
His other option is to land the nuke, which... Shoo, that'll be completed. That should be completed in time. He'll have one volley, but he has to clear the skies for it. You can't retake map control the next 20 seconds or so. This is going to be over for sure. But if the nuke lands in the right spot,
Yep. It's going to come down to the nuke. He needs a sniper. He's got 2 snipers. Okay, here we go.
he needs to have the gunners cleared.
He's only got 25 seconds.
Alright, the nuke's fired. He's got to hop on the snipers and try to clear out some of the machine
Yeah.
gunners.
Yeah.
Can he do it?
Oh, I made it through. Oh!
The drunk nuke weaves through
Wow.
and gets the lucky hit.
the
And
core's
that's
gonna
it.
go too.
Tolk is eliminated. Simza comes out on top, just rolling the dice,
Wow.
and it comes up a solid 20.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that was awesome.
That just straight in the door as well.
Oh my lord. I'm going to watch that on the replay. That's the end.
I'm just gonna watch the replay bit here. This is
Wow.
watching it weave. Okay, so it got hit, went drunk,
And went through the door.
oh man, it's just cutting through various bullets. That's just fantastic.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, drunk nukes, not terribly consistent, but they deal the most damage
That
possible
was awesome.
for that reason alone. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our victor of the 13th FORTS Tournament. That will be Simza.
Zimso wins. That is awesome.
Very,
Let me
Let's
very
see if we can get him.
All players that have joined us today, though.
Alrighty,
And
so
thank you
let's-
again, Nozehed, for having myself.
No
and all
worries. No
Thank you
worries.
for chatting with me as well in Cursus.
Oh my god. This has definitely been a good day.
That was great.
So,
Most definitely. Very
excited.
definitely.
Alright guys, well, I'm gonna have to wind down the stream here. So I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you all. To make sure to check out Frazz's YouTube. Also streaming this, you can check out from his point of view, similar to mine, observe it, see his commentary live. Make sure to check out Nozehed and Earthworks Gaming.
Earthworks Games.
Earthworks Game.
Oh.
That's the word
I'll
I'm
find one little one in then, because Incursus has already covered everything, but make sure you're checking out Project Incursus on YouTube, because he's amazing at everything he does.
looking for.
And I'd actually like to throw a quick thanks to both you guys for co-hosting with me, as you always do. You guys are both so supportive of Forts, and we really appreciate it. And I like to say thanks to all of our competitors, and congrats to our champions. And yeah, it's just awesome. And this particular tournament was just a great display of some really high skill, which was awesome. So thank you very much to everybody who's been watching. And thanks to you guys. So all the best, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.
All right.
See you
I'll see
later.
you guys later.